Hey, welcome back, guys. Okay, so before we continue, before we go any further, let's make sure that this save setting button only works on the social links here. And that's because I want to change things up a bit here. You see, we used Ajax in the previous sections. For example, in the product sections here, we were using Ajax to add items. So we have this. Same thing in the category. So I think you've gotten the hang of how to do this kind of thing. So here I want to show how you can do it without having to use Ajax. Okay. So now this keeps annoying me that every time I click here, it just disappears. That just isn't right. Okay, so first of all, let's move this button to only show up on the socials. So I'm going to go to my text editor and move to the settings.php. This is inside the views folder, app, views, eShop, admin, settings. And then let's move this button from here to let's move it to that place here so that it's inside the if statement of the socials. So let's do that. Refresh right there. Save settings. Why is it above there? Okay, so it's above the table because this is inside the table, unfortunately. So the table ends here. So maybe what we can do is have separate tables for each one of these items so that we don't need to use the table every time. So if you don't like the save settings button to be there, but I kind of like it there. So for now, I think I'm just going to leave it there. And then now let's go to the other one here, settings, slider images. And we see the button is gone, which is good. Now we need buttons of our own here. But before we go in that direction, let's fix this issue here where the thing keeps dropping out. So what I will do is inspect this element here so that I see what's going on. This section is inside the slider of the, where is this? The sidebar, actually. Inside the same admin thing here, and this is right here on this one. So let me see here. So let's monitor what's really going on down here. So I'm just going to come back here and inspect the element. So I'm going to click inspect on these settings here. And I want to see what happens every time I click here in comparison here. So there's settings there. So if I click on it, okay. So notice very well what's going on here. First of all, if I click here, one thing I have noticed, Firefox here actually shows you what's changing because it changes into orange. So let me click again. So you see there's something changing here and there's something changing there. So let's see what's actually changing. So on this one, there's a class called DCJQ parent. So if I click on it, there's an active class that is added there. So let's check that out. So where is that class here? Am I in the right place though? Okay, slider images. Problem is I can't see this so-called DCQ. Where is it? Okay, let's come back here for a second. There's this class here and then there's a link. So it's the link itself. Okay, so let me come back here and see where the link is, and the link is right here. So it seems in there we have classes on this link right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do to test this, because what I'm seeing here are two things. First of all, there's an active class being added every time I click on it. And then second of all, there's this display style being added to the sub class here. There's style, which is display block. And then when I click, there's display none. And what else is changing? The height as well. Ah, I see. Okay, so the height actually changes to suit the situation. So let me just look at the actual values here. So this one is display block, but let's go to display none and see what the height values are at the time. They actually disappear completely. So I guess the height values are simply for the animation. So I'm going to ignore all that. And let me come back here for a second and do something different. So what I want to do is come down here and I'm just going to say class and say active. Let me see what that does. So I want to put a constant active class on that one and see if it actually works. Okay, so there we go. It seems to be working. It's just that I've added the angle bracket there, which is not supposed to be there. So let me save that, refresh. And as you can see now, every time I load, regardless where I have clicked, this one is still active. Okay, so which is pretty good. Okay, so I see where the weakness is. Okay. Let me delete that. Alrighty then. So what we can do now is to put an if statement in here. So for example, if any of these slider images and social links are active, then this should be active as well. Now, if I come back to settings here and there's type here, type is equal to socials, right? And then there's type is equal to slider images, right? So when both of these are on, okay, wait a minute. Let's go to the controller here for a second. And let me come to the admin controller. Let me click on admin here. Let me go down to the settings. I want to see what makes the settings unique in this case. And that's because this is the... Okay, I see there. Okay, so there's nothing really that I can use so far to make this unique. So maybe what I can do is create a variable for the admin, for the sidebar here, so that at least we know what's going on. So if I refresh this, for example, and then I click on products. So the thing is, I am on products, but it doesn't show that I'm on products here. Neither does it stay on categories like so. It doesn't stay there. So I think we can do better over here. So let me come back for a second here. And what I want to do is create a variable that I can check for and then do likewise. So what I will do here on the settings is I can create a variable inside the data. So I'm going to say, I don't need to put it here. I can go down and put it right here. So where there's a page title there, instead I can say, maybe I can call this one current page or something. So here we can put as many variables as we want so we can use on the other side. So current page is settings. So I'm just going to say settings like so. Okay. Then now I can come back to this sidebar and right about here on this A tag, then I can put my if statement in there. So I'm going to put my PHP tags like so and close them. And then right here, I'm going to say if is set, if is set current page like that, and current page is equal to settings like so. So what do we do in this case? If that is true, then we echo out active, and then we put our full colon. If that isn't true, we echo out nothing. Then we can put our semicolon if we want to there. I think even omitting it is fine. So let me come back here and now refresh. Okay, so there's probably an error there. Maybe it's the semicolon that's missing. Wait a minute. Let me refresh. Oh, I guess that's not it, is it? So let me see what mistake I have made here. I think I have left out one bracket. Have I? No, that's the bracket right here. Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm supposed to use echo instead of if statement. So I'm just going to put an equal sign there like so. Okay, I think that should do it. So let's come back here and refresh. Okay, so nothing seems to be working here until I click on the settings, and then it stays like that. Look at that. So I can now, ooh, it does stay there, but when I click on this one, ooh, it doesn't actually stay, does it? Okay, so let me leave it here for now, and let's come back for a second. Let me right click and inspect the element. So active is equal to, that isn't what we are supposed to have here. So I forgot, my bad. I'm supposed to do class is equal to active like so. The best is to use the single quotes outside and use the double quotes inside like so, and then one single quote there like so, and then put two single quotes there like so. Okay, that's about it. Let me leave some spaces here just in case there's anything next to it, and this should work now. Okay, so I'm on slider images and settings is on like that. Oh, let me click here. That's where I am actually. Click there. Okay, very nice. Oh, looky there. That actually solved the problem of this thing here not closing. So let me refresh again, and you see it's still active. Very, very nice. Now we can do the same for products and so on. Let me see if that actually works for products as well. So I'm going to copy this, copy, and then I'm going to go to, let's say, products here, and this is the thing right there, paste. So this one is products like that. Okay, so let's come back to our admin PHP, copy that, and then go to the product section here, users, orders, and products right here. And I just want to add it. I can add it anywhere as long as it's before the view is displayed. And then let's use products there, like so. Come back and let's refresh. Okay, so we see products still active here. If I click on settings, now settings is active. I click on products, now products is active. So you can edit the activity, how the active class looks like, by just creating a new class and adding to your settings there. Okay, so these others will have to do exactly the same thing. So let's do that right quick. I'm going to go to orders, and I'm just going to say orders here, and then I'm going to go to, where is this, customers. No, not customers. Yeah, so we have customers and admins. This one goes to users, right? So come down here, paste, and this one is users. Almost there. What else remains? Products and categories. There we go. Let's edit that. Categories. There we go. And finally, what's this one? Dashboard. Okay, we'll see what happens there. Let's leave it be for now. I don't know if the index, yeah, I think the index should lead to the dashboard. So dashboard, is that correct? Yes, I think so. Okay, then now that we are done with that, let's go to the sidebar and then copy this same if statement here together with that space, and then I can add it on all of these. So I can come to this one, add that, and then just change to categories like so, and then do the same for orders, paste it on the link and orders. Alrighty, then let's go to users. Where are you? Users, right here on this one, and users like so. What else? Okay, I think we are home and dry. There's dashboard, there's what's this one? Products, categories. Okay, I think we are good to go here. So refresh, and you see now users is active, orders is active, settings is active. Even when I click on one of these, it's still active. Users still active. Okay, then products active, category active, orders. All right, so looking good. At least we've fixed this because it was annoying the hell out of me. Every time I click and it disappears, I kind of don't know where I am for a second there, and that was annoying. Okay, so on the next one, we're going to look at slider images and how we're going to add the add, edit, and delete buttons without having to use Ajax. All right, I'll see you then.